Because the thing is, it kind of doesn't always matter where we are. We have these experiences regardless.
Right.
And so I think that humanity is what you're gonna really take.
Alicia Keys just got hit with a bombshell. Word is she caught Swizz Beatz creeping around with none other than Lala Anthony. Yes, Carmelo's ex. Soon as people heard that combo, they didn't need evidence. They were ready to drag both of them straight to the court of public opinion. Now, before we throw gasoline on this fire, let's lay out what's rumor and what's fact. Alicia and Swizz tied the knot in 2010, built a family, raised 2 kids, and smiled it up on red carpets for years. Meanwhile, Lala married Carmelo Anthony back in 2010 too, but she finally filed for divorce in 2021 after Melo's constant scandals. And y'all know his jersey was everywhere but the court. So when whispers started about Swizz and Lala being spotted together, people immediately linked it back to that old 2021 drama. That was when radio host Ms. Jones swore she got a DM straight from Swizz's own camp saying he'd been fooling with Lala. Swizz denied it. Alicia kept quiet, and the internet brushed it off. Until now. This is how gossip works. A small spark back then, a wildfire years later. The tea doesn't even need proof anymore. Just the thought of Lala, who moves in the same Hollywood circles, being tied to Alicia's husband, enough to send Twitter detectives clocking in like they're getting paid. See, these rumors didn't come out of nowhere. Back in 2013, people already whispered that Swizz was just a little too friendly at industry parties. Nothing stuck, but folks don't forget. Then in 2016, Carmelo himself got blasted for allegedly fathering a child outside his marriage. And that left Lala stepping out solo, glowing, and clearly unbothered. But we know how these men in power move.
Her wish is to have a partner in the scene that is cool and patient and understanding so it doesn't.
Soon as a woman looks vulnerable, here come the friends trying to slide in. By 2017 and 2018, paparazzi started snapping Lala at the same events as Swizz and Alicia. Fashion weeks, art shows, group gatherings, nothing incriminating on the surface. But let's be real, a single pic online can live forever. Somebody always zooms in on body language, turns a 2-second snapshot into a whole college thesis on adultery. Then came 2021 when Ms. Jones got bold on air, saying Swizz had indeed been creeping with Lala. She claimed her trusted source had receipts from his camp. Blogs ate it up. Social media went wild. But again, Swizz brushed it off and Lala never flinched.
You know, I can't lean on what I did before. I gotta put my feet in the paint today and work.
Meanwhile, Alicia stayed silent. And sometimes silence screams louder than any denial. Now, here we are in 2025, and the streets say Alicia finally caught them together. No pics, no texts, no smoking gun, just whispers with legs because the timeline makes it believable. Lala's single, Swizz's name been messy, and Alicia's known for keeping her cool in public. Proof doesn't matter anymore. All people need is a pattern, and Swizz has a long one. And let's not pretend Lala don't fit the messy blog template perfectly. She's been hip-hop's it girl since her MTV VJ days, built her name on being fine, and in an industry full of egos that automatically makes her a target. The second a man breathes near her, folks say they linked up. Add in the drama of her marriage to Carmelo, from the cheating rumors to the alleged love child in 2017. And now people assume she's out here getting her payback, even if she's not. On top of that, Lala's career keeps her surrounded by powerful men, acting gigs, reality TV, red carpets, exclusive parties. She's always visible, which means more cameras, more speculation, and way more storylines ready to be cooked up. And now that she's officially single, gossip math is simple. Single plus beautiful plus Hollywood accused of messing with somebody's man. Doesn't even matter if it's true. People just love dragging her into mess because it sells. But let's spin it back to Swizz, because his name been circling drama for years. Remember, Swizz and Alicia's love story was already tainted from the start. Word is he was still legally married to his first wife, Mashonda, when he started linking with Alicia. Mashonda even blasted Alicia publicly in 2009 with that infamous open letter accusing her of breaking up their home. From day one, this marriage had people side-eyeing, and Swizz has been fighting that reputation ever since. Swizz Beatz has always carried that ladies' man energy. Flashy cars, wild art shows, diamond-studded gifts, that's his signature. He knows how to make women feel like the only one in the room. And when that's your brand, people assume temptation is always lurking. Add in his messy history, child support battles, public drama with his ex, whispers of side flings even after marrying Alicia, and suddenly you don't need proof of cheating. His reputation does the talking. Pair that with Lala's situation? Boom. Instant scandal for the streets. Swizz, the flashy producer with the wandering eye, and Lala, the single Hollywood stunner tired of being Mello's punching bag. It just fits. And here's why the internet eats it up. Alicia Keys plays the long game with her image. She's built her brand on soul, grace, and being the classy queen who rises above the mess. Remember back when Mashonda exposed her with that open letter? Alicia didn't clap back online, didn't shed tears on IG Live. She stayed quiet, kept smiling in interviews, and poured it all into her music. That silence worked. Slowly, the homewrecker headlines faded, and she became the barefoot goddess at the piano again. Fast forward to now, with these Swizz and Lala whispers swirling, Alicia is pulling the same move, silence. And let's be real, it's strategic. The second she opens her mouth, the blogs will dissect every word. By saying nothing, she keeps her hands clean. But silence cuts both ways. Fans start asking, why isn't she defending her marriage? Maybe because the rumors are true. That old saying, silence equals agreement, hits hard here. Her quiet could be seen as strength or as quiet suffering. Either way, she's in the narrative whether she likes it or not. And here's the deeper part folks forget. Hollywood gossip ain't always about truth. It's about leverage. These Swizz and Lala rumors, they ain't just their tools. In this business, a rumor can distract, discredit, or pressure people behind the scenes. Look at Offset and Cardi. Every time cheating rumors popped up, it was always during an album rollout or when a bigger mess was brewing. Same playbook here. Swizz is locked into billion-dollar art deals, Alicia is still selling out arenas, and Lala is fighting for serious Hollywood roles. One ugly rumor can shake all of that. Brands get nervous, casting directors hesitate, and doors start closing. And sometimes, these rumors are planted on purpose, maybe by a salty rival, maybe by someone inside the circle, maybe just to keep Lala boxed into the messy friend lane instead of letting her grow. That's why gossip in this industry ain't just gossip, it's chess. The real question is always, who benefits? And let's not forget Lala's grind. She's been hustling since her MTV VJ days. Books, beauty lines, acting, producing. She's not just Carmelo Anthony's ex-wife, but the streets don't separate her hustle from his drama. Every time Melo's name trends, whether for his NBA legacy or his side baby scandals, Lala gets dragged back in. People see her glow up, the red carpets, the body, the Hollywood roles, and whisper, she only leveled up after leaving Melo. Now here's where it gets really spicy. If the Swizz rumors are true, the streets flip it as, she traded one baller for another power player. If they're false, folks still side-eye her and claim her success is being sponsored. Either way, her name gets overshadowed by the men in her orbit. Meanwhile, Melo, despite all the cheating headlines and alleged outside kids, he's still introduced as future Hall of Famer. His mess gets treated like footnotes, while Lala's every move gets tied back to somebody's man. That's the double-edged sword Lala been living with. Her wins get tied to scandal, while Melo's wins stay tied to stats. So when folks hear her name with Swizz, it's not just gossip. It's another reminder that her shine keeps getting linked to a man's reputation instead of her own hustle. And that imbalance, it's been shadowing her career for years. Now let's call out the double standards. When Swizz's name comes up in cheating talk, people laugh it off. Y'all know how Swizz moves. But let Lala's name get tossed in and suddenly she's messy, thirsty, can't keep a man. Same story over and over. Look at history. Beyoncé takes Jay-Z back after his cheating and folks question her worth, not his behavior. Jennifer Lopez moves on after breakups. She gets called desperate. Meanwhile, Future? He can have a baby with every zodiac sign and people still crown him toxic king. Lala never gets that grace. She held Melo down during his NBA prime, forgave some wild public embarrassment, stayed loyal. But the second she steps out enjoying life, whether it's acting alongside 50 Cent or being rumored close to Swizz, she gets dragged. That's the Hollywood script for women. You're either the angelic wife suffering in silence or the villain stealing somebody's man. Nothing in between. And let's not forget, the blogs profit off keeping women boxed in. Nobody clicks on headlines about 3 successful people coexisting in peace. But Lala the homewrecker versus Alicia the silent queen? That's instant traffic. These double standards don't just sell gossip. They shape careers, endorsements, even the roles women get offered. Men bounce back with ease, but women gotta fight uphill just to prove they're more than the scandal tied to their name. And the saddest part? The kids end up catching the fallout. Nobody wants to say it, but it's the truth. Lala and Melo's son Keon is already hooping, pulling college offers, making a name on the court. But instead of just being Keon the baller, he has to hear whispers like, "Ain't your dad the one who," or "Yo mama was trending with Swizz." That's weight no kid should carry. Same with Swizz and Alicia's children. They're too young to even spell cheating scandal. But the internet already stamping their family name with mess. Imagine Googling your parents one day and finding threads about rumors they never even confirmed. That's trauma passed down. Generational mess none of these kids ever asked for. We've seen it before. Future's kids, Diddy's kids, even Will and Jada's kids. Public scandals create private victims, and it's usually the children who pay the price. Grown folks play chess with their reputations, while the kids inherit the side-eye. That's the ugly side of gossip nobody admits. It don't just live online, it seeps into real childhoods. And let's keep it real. This whole Swizz, Lala, and Alicia saga, it's not going anywhere. Why? Because it's got every ingredient the blogs crave. A messy love triangle, shady timing, supposed receipts, and a perfect contrast between Alicia's angelic image and Lala's fiery glow-up. It's like a Tyler Perry rom-com gone wrong. Even if all 4 came out tomorrow and said, "It's lies, we're just friends," nobody would buy it. The internet already picked their sides. Some see Lala leveling up, some see Swizz as messy, some think Alicia's too quiet to be happy. The storyline's bigger than the truth. And the culture won't let these love triangles die. Just like Diddy, Cassie, and Kim Porter, or Chloe, Tristan, and Jordan Woods. Once the internet gets a taste, it turns into a soap opera with no final episode. Lala could land 10 more acting roles. Alicia could drop another album. Swizz could host another beat battle. But one blurry rumor will still outtrend it all. That's the harsh truth. This ain't about facts anymore. It's about entertainment. People love imagining powerful stars living messy lives. It keeps the gossip industry alive. So whether there's fire behind this smoke or it's just a blog stirring the pot, one thing's clear. Lala, Swizz, Alicia, and Melo are trapped in a storyline the internet refuses to close the chapter on. And if you're locked in with us for this kind of raw breakdown, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next deep dive. See you on the next one.